What up, my peeps? It's your Knucka Big Rucker here with part 4 of our overview of the Valaverse Action Force Series 2 Alpha, or 2A, for those of you that are uninitiated to the phonetic alphabet. Anyhow, bringing up the rear, last but certainly not least, is Sergeant Slaughter. This is the second Sergeant Slaughter, or technically the third Sergeant Slaughter, depending on what order you want to go with. Just put it this way, there are 3 Sergeant Slaughters. There's a Sergeant Slaughter with Series 1. There's a Valaverse exclusive Sergeant Slammer, which is Sergeant Slaughter, but he was called Slammer because in certain other countries, when I mean other than United States, they were not going for the word slaughter, so it got changed to Slammer just to accommodate them. And then of course there's this guy right here. So this is the 2 Alpha Sergeant Slaughter, Series 2 Alpha, and it is what it is. You know how we do. It's the figure and the accessories are clearly displayed in the packaging. You got Action Force, and then the banner below you got Sergeant Slaughter with the Valaverse logo to our right. You got the Action Force logo and the Action Force symbol down below. In the back you have the figures in Series 2, both Alpha and Bravo, A and B. You got Rollout, who we have already reviewed. The description of that review will be in the comments below, or yeah, we're not changing that. That's, you know what I'm talking about. It's in the link to Rollout's review will be in the description below. You've got Trigger, which is a part of Series 2B, Sergeant Slaughter, which we're reviewing right now. You got Duster, who we started off, what we kicked off our overview of, and the link to that review will be in the description below as well. And we have Scarabs, which we just got through reviewing. Once again, the link to that review will be in the description below. And then Garrison Cavalry, which is part of Series 2B, and Series 2B will be available probably somewhere mid-second quarter of this year, 2022, for those that may see this video somewhere down the line much later. Sergeant Slaughter's specs are, his file name is classified. Yeah, right. Primary MOS is 18 Alpha, Special Forces Team Leader. Secondary skills, X or X-Ray 8, and a Drill Sergeant. Birthplace, classified. Rank and affiliation, he's a Sergeant Major, retired, Action Force. His readout is, every soldier has stories about their drill sergeants from basic training, but few can compare to the claims of a 6'2", 240-pound giant known as Sergeant Slaughter, now retired. Sergeant Slaughter began his military career as a Special Forces Team Sergeant, leading classified operations in the early 80s. At some point in his career, Slaughter left the teams to become a drill sergeant at Fort Benning, where he pummeled young recruits into the ground day and night. It's what earned him the nickname Sergeant Slaughter. It didn't matter to him who the recruits were or where they were from. He treated them all alike and turned them into real soldiers. After Benning, Sergeant Slaughter retired and was recalled to serve as a special tactics instructor to a special missions unit within the United States military, where he served until 1994, after which he formally retired from active military service. When the nation collapsed, Sergeant Slaughter was pegged to again serve as an advisor to a new special missions unit called Action Force, where he passed on his experience and knowledge from his days in the teams. Slaughter may be well known, but his true identity is not. But that won't stop any enemies from hunting him down. For Sergeant Slaughter, the real fight has just begun. Wow. So once again, another implication of the collapse of the United States. You've got some artwork of Sergeant Slaughter Read Sergeant Slaughter 02-06, and you have the Action Force symbol down at the bottom. You have Action Force Valaverse there at the top, and of course the legalese at the bottom. So without further ado, let's get Sarge out of his packaging. Taking a look at Sergeant Slaughter's accessories in the clamshell, we have a set of shades. Sergeant Slaughter is definitely known for wearing some sunglasses. You've got a revolver, looks like a long-snouted .357 Magnum. You've got an additional cover there. You've got a rocket launcher of some kind. He comes also with 3 additional pair of hands plus a single additional hand, because one of those hands is a pointing finger, another thing symbolic of Sergeant Slaughter. And if you want to consider the campaign cover that he came with, campaign cover, for those that don't know, is the covers that drill sergeants and drill instructors, if you're talking about Marines, wear. Also, this fell out when I opened up the package. He also comes with a vest and a backpack. So Sarge is he's packing with the accessories as well. And so here we have Sergeant Slaughter on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree visual of the figure so we can see what we are working with. And at first glance, my first glance is I've got him, you see I've got him with his campaign cover crazy down on his forehead. That's basically how Sergeant Slaughter rocks his cap, like that. But he's definitely naked without those sunglasses. So when we finally get down to it, he's going to be sporting those. But we've got our first bare-armed figure in the bunch here. He's sporting a black wife beater, word up, and he's got the harness, and looking pretty good there. So we're going to take him off of the stand and see what's what up close and personal. And so here we have Sergeant Slaughter up close and personal. And I know previously I stated the at first glance, and I was talking about the campaign cover, but I should have also noted that symbolic expression of Sergeant Slaughter, the long chin, the basically the poking it out. I mean, it's on a crack, and they really covered the likeness well, at least in spirit. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to take off the cover as we go down, so we can at least see what's going on. And you can fit the cover on. You can push it down some, and it'll hold snugly onto that head. So speaking of that head, there is that head for Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, look at that. Look at that expression. That is, if that ain't Sergeant Slaughter, I don't know what is. It's got the mustache there, and the eyes, the nose, everything. Yeah, this is great, and I'm sure that he'll look even more like Sergeant Slaughter once we get those shades on. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Looking down, once again, he's rocking the wife beater, and he's got the bare arms, pinless elbows. He's got the wristbands, green, so that's pretty cool. As far as his harness goes, he's got those packs on there. The buckles for that harness is painted black. You can see right here, definitely a nice touch. And these ammo pouches are of that drab kind of green, as well as the straps that come over the shoulders. It's got some nice detail to it. Probably would have been nice if they had some additional paint apps, but at least the cross strap has some paint apps right there painted in black, so that's pretty cool. And once again, like I said, that wife beater, you see that texture there for the t-shirt, looking nice. Going further down, he's got a belt underneath the harness there, and that's painted in a I don't know what you want to call that. It's some kind of brown, beige brown, tan, something like that. But you've got paint apps right there at the buckle too. So you gotta love that. Going further down, you can see that he's got the leg holster right there for that Magnum that he is in possession of. And then on this side, once again, what I believe is a first aid kit, or yeah, it's a first aid kit. I was about to correct myself and thinking maybe it's supposed to be a water canteen, but no, I think it's a first aid kit. So that's pretty good. Going further down, you got more of that, and you see the boots right there. These boots have painted laces, something that Rollout was denied. Oh well, it is what it is. So and then you see that the toes of the boot is black, while the rest is green, and as the heel also. So pretty nice. Going down, you've got more of those ammo pouches, and they've got paint on their straps too, on their buckles. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then that's about the size of it when you talk about our man Sergeant Slaughter. And now that we've finished going through the details of the figure, once again, the articulation is the same as, well, I'll have to modify it. The articulation is the same as Rollout. And the reason I say that is because the boots, they do swivel at the top of it just like they do on Rollout. So that's about the only change you're going to get there. So once again, if you want to see a detailed accounting of the articulation, refer to part 1 of this series where I reviewed Duster, and I went over almost thoroughly. I did leave out the butterfly joints, which all of the figures come with. So just so you know, they all come with butterfly joints. And my apologies for that, but hey, brother ain't perfect, huh? So let's see what's up with some of these accessories. Here you have Sarge with his shades on. That's what the first thing I had to go for to put on. And here you see him sporting his hand cannon. And speaking of that hand cannon, here it is up close. You can see it's nice and silver. That's pretty cool. And on both sides with the black pistol grip. You've got the trigger there looking cool. And yeah, this is like I want to say it's an auto mag for real. And it fits in Sarge's holster. It's a semi-holster where it's visible, fully visible, but it still fits in there. I don't think it's going to be though. It's sturdy. Let's see if it folds out. Pretty good. There's that pistol. Here I have Sarge basically one arm in the rocket launcher right here. So the next accessory we're going to look at is his vest, that if you recall came in a separate package along with the backpack, and all it is exactly that, just a vest that goes over the shoulders and arms. It opens up like that. You see it's got a slit to accommodate the peg hole for the backpack, and it just, like I said, it just goes over Sergeant Slaughter's arms and shoulders and rests just like that. However, that's not going to happen while Sarge is sporting the backpack. So, I'm sorry, sporting the harness. So what we have to do is remove the harness, and it unpegs right there, and all you have to do is raise that arm up. It'll come up over. You could get it over the head by itself, but it's probably easier if you took the head off, and then there you go. He doesn't have his harness on. And as far as putting the vest on, I would let's see if I can get this good on camera. Try to get his arms in there. I guess you got to try to go one at a time, and then you get the other one, and then it goes a little something like that. And yeah, there he is sporting his vest. Now I wonder if I can put that harness on over the top of it, or would that even look right? I'm going to try that off camera. So to answer the question about the vest along with the harness, the answer is no, and I tried it both ways. Yeah, it just doesn't look right. And in fact, if you try to go over the vest with the harness, not only does it not look right, too far apart that it won't snap back in. And then if you do it the opposite way, where you have the vest over the harness, the vest just won't look right. So it is what it is. Anyway, we've got Sarge here with his regular military cover. Got the shades back on. Now, as far as the shades are concerned, they're going to be problematic because they're just made out of this soft, gummy kind of plastic. So it's going to be hard to keep them on his face, A, and B, keep them on his face and they look natural. Like right now, his right side, I can see, the handle is hanging off the ear, not on it. But you will have to work with that as best you can. You see him brandishing his rocket launcher rifle, and he's on the stand. So yeah, that's how it goes down. And I think well, there's no thought about it. I definitely like him with his campaign cover on, but it's a nice accessory to have with this. So we've got one more thing to try out. So I said one more thing to show. I really should have said two, because Sergeant Slaughter has the singular distinction of having an odd number of hands. That's because he was also equipped with his symbolic pointer finger, which is what we got sported here. But the other thing that I wanted to show was him sporting his backpack, and it fits in there, but as you can see the gap there, be advised that while you have the harness on, it's going to have the backpack pushed out. The other alternative is, of course, if you use the vest, you can put the vest on, and if you have the backpack on, the problem is that kind of doesn't look correct because there are no straps to actually hold the backpack. At least that's the way it's supposed to appear. As long as he's wearing his harness, he's got straps that holds the backpack. But yeah, it still looks pretty decent. Anyhow, that's our Sarge. This is how we know him. Of course, he's got the hand cannon right there, the auto mag. So yeah, that's how it goes down with Sergeant Slaughter. So to sum it all up, we've gone through the 4 figures for the Valaverse Action Force Series 2 Alpha or 2A, and this is my dive into this line. Actually, like I said, I've got the first series. They're not even opened yet, so I've actually opened 2A before I've even opened Series 1, which is crazy, but that's because I was patiently waiting for Steel Brigade and the Swarm Trooper to come in so I could, do them all together. But it wasn't meant to be. So I guess I will eventually, I guess I'll start opening those up. But right now, let's talk about Series 2 Alpha. And this is great. I'm loving this line. Valaverse, long time coming. It was, talks about this for I think going on 2 years at least. There was I don't know if it was a crowdfunding or just an early pre-order or however it went down, but it did go down. It took a while for the figures to come, and then they did come. There were some issues, but it is a fledgling company, so issues are to be expected. As far as the figures, I can say that whatever issues we're talking about was definitely well worth the wait. All of them are great. We're talking about, we'll start with Duster because that's who we kicked this off with. He definitely came with a lot of accessories. The standout is the ability to change out the earpieces in his helmet and make them into communication devices, headphones with a mic. They all come with weapons, detachable magazines from the rifles, rollout. I love his colors. I love the attention to detail showing the damage to his vest, and also the night gear. He's got the nice color night gear in terms of the lenses, so that's all cool. The scarabs, plural, apparently. Yeah, it's plural, scarabs. You know what it is? That yellow and black, along with the gunmetal gray that makes up his uniform. The attention to detail with the explosive rounds on his chest, nicely painted. I love the character itself with the ability to see in 360 degrees. That is just on and cracking. The one caveat that I have, the one con, is he also comes with magazines, and he has no storage for them. So that's unfortunate. He's the only one that can't store all of the weapons or the things that help the weapons, ammo, on board on his body. And then, of course, there is Sergeant Slaughter. You know what it is with him. We just got through reviewing him, so you already know what time it is. He came with his accessories plus another pack that included a vest and a backpack, which he's sporting right now. His accessories, he came with another cap. He's sporting that pointer. He's the only figure in the wave, or the series as it were, to have an odd number of hands, because they had to give him his symbolic pointer finger, which he is also sporting right now. And he's looking at you. Uncle Slaughter wants you. So anyway, that's all four of them. But we ain't gonna stop now. We have a bonus part 5 coming for you, so stay tuned for that. So until then, be on the lookout. All right.